Hey, how's it going, guys? Garcia here with your daily portfolio update. So, in this video, I'll break down the portfolio, show you the moves that I made today, share some of the posts from my Twitter, and give the shoutouts at the end of this video. Okay, so let's get to it. Today we are at $172,024.45. So, if you didn't catch the last update, just to refresh, you'll notice there's individual margin used of $3,900. So there were some expenses that came up, and we had a credit card that had like around $5,500, and we just wanted to just pay it off as quick as possible. And instead of paying interest rate to a credit card, we would rather just pay the margin interest rate. So instead of paying back a credit card over the next couple of weeks or possible months, we would rather just pay it off completely now and then just deposit the money back into Robinhood over time, saving money on interest that way. So that's why it's kind of like the big drop from like when we were back in the high 170s, 180s. Okay. The traditional IRA was up 3.3% today. And we're up 69% year to date and all time going back to April 11th of this year. So in this portfolio, this is the order in equity. And let's go to total return. So yeah, TSLL falling behind. So I will be adding a little bit heavier into TSLL and Rocket Lab, honestly. I do want Rocket Lab to be a bigger position in the portfolio over Innovix. All right, in the Roth IRA, we were up 2.9% today. We're up 49.5% year to date and 49% all time, going back to December 22nd of last year. So in this account, this is the equity. Oh, look at that, 666 on marathon $20 calls, mark of the beast. Total percent change and total percent change. So yeah, TSLL lagging behind a little bit. And look at that, the iron and marathon calls are crushing it. And I'm just gonna let those ride, guys. I think this new pump is just starting. So I'm going to let those ride up higher. I mean, they don't expire till the end of this year and April of next year. So I will continue riding that wave higher. Okay. Let's go back over here to the main account. Now, let's see. We're down 0.3% today. And this one, we're up 45% in the past 3 months. 122% year to date. 104% in the past year, and 72.5% all time, going back to August 2nd, 2021. Now, in this one, it looks like we're going to have some new products on Robinhood. I read that there were some new things. I think we're going to have a new trading screen for desktop. It would be nice to have it on mobile. I hope they incorporate some of these changes onto the phone app. Okay, so if you go check out my previous video, and actually now that I just remembered, I do want to ask you guys to like and leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. All of it helps the YouTube algorithm. Even just 1 or 2 people commenting, it looks like the algorithm says, okay, people really do seem to actually want to watch it, and it seems to kind of share it more amongst the algorithm, or however that works. But I will try to remind you guys in the beginning when most people are still watching. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. If you didn't watch my last video, I did roll this covered call on Palantir. I rolled it earlier today. So I had a call that was worth $5 today. This one here, the 1018 call. So when I rolled it, I said, you know what? Let me just buy it closed and sell to open this one. Just to kind of show you guys, I guess, live or in video, how rolling a contract works on Robinhood. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment or let me know what you thought about that video. Okay, so this is the equity. So we got 154 grand on Palantir, 7 grand on TSLL, 4.5 grand on Rocket Lab, and 3 grand on Innovix. Now let's go to total percent change. And here on the Palantir puts, we have 1,600. And let's go to total percent change. So yeah, not doing too hot on that one Palantir covered call, but in a way, this one expires on the 25th. I do have 100 shares that I would have long-term, what is it called? Long-term capital gains. So I might just let 100 shares get assigned. If Palantir is very close to 44 bucks, I might just let it get assigned. But if it's way above 44, I'm just gonna roll. Okay, total percent change. So we're doing pretty well on the TSLL puts, Palantir covered calls, Palantir long puts. It looks like we're basically flat. And the Marathon cash secured puts, we're up on those as well. Palantir, we're doing pretty well. TSLL lagging behind, so I will continue adding on that. But yes, overall, my conviction is growing more and more on Rocket Lab. I am, of course, it's following the price action, right? Just as it's picking up speed, I'm becoming more and more bullish on it. But their rocket is gonna be their, I believe it's Neptune, is Neutron. Is it? I'm pretty sure it's Neutron. I keep confusing Neutron and Neptune. I'm pretty sure it's their Neutron rocket that's going to be competing with SpaceX and their Falcon 9. I think that's going to be huge for Rocket Lab. All right, let's get to it. To the post from Twitter. So here, I've been seeing, right with Palantir in the 40s. Now all these people coming out of the woodwork, perma bears, value investors, and dividend bros, when Palantir inevitably goes through a correction. They better think twice before posting terrible takes. They can blame the cult all they want, but if they come at the king, they best not miss. So here, Elon was talking about this here, that the fluid has to get from one ship to another somehow. So people were kind of like talking about like Elon when Starship's dock, but I added some music to this, so you guys can guess what song is playing. And because of the algorithm, I can't let it play, or the trademark. So otherwise, the whole thing gets cut. Anyway, Cyberprint saying, "I'm going to be an esoteric financial account now. Anytime I get to use an esoteric meme." And actually, this one kind of does apply with him. Like, he does post some pretty wild takes, some wild, just wild posts. It's a ride. Here, the opinions on Palantir's valuation from permabears, value investors, spreadsheet analysts, and people who took Palantir profits way too early mean nothing to me. And yes, I know that eliminates a bunch of people from Twitter, a bunch of analysts and people who are who are good at what they do. But I think their opinion on this, on Palantir, will be heavily skewed compared to people who are basically have never been involved and aren't really trying to take down an expensive stock company just for the sake of it being a tech company. Or people trying to revenge trade and they took profits way too early. They're being emotional about it. Like this guy. Like this guy talking about Palantir being wildly overvalued. He posted this in July, and I told him it's only up 50% from this post. So this guy, he keeps thinking that if he can keep posting about Palantir, it's going to be like more, for engagement farming. It looks like that's what he's doing it for. One day, I'll have to block all of my technical analysis buddies because their charts will say Palantir is going down. And I do apologize in advance to the Saturday morning crew. It'll be a sad day when I have to. But it looks like some of them. Cantonese Cat, yeah, I think we're going to stay friends for a while. And Tesla Tracker, you can block my technical analysis, but not my high fives. High five to that. And then Red Fox Rider, he's saying, my man. So I got to tell him, see you at $100, Red. Let's see. Excuse me. So it looks like L3 Harris is, continuing the partnership with Palantir. They're deepening their partnership, and they're, showcasing systems and the way they're, applying LLMs and, AI technology on their systems. So it's pretty exciting to see. Let's see, you guys get a little preview. So Rocket Lab bonus launch was just added. So look at that. New mission alert. We added an extra mission to our launch lineup this year, launching in just 3 days for a confidential commercial customer. From contract to space in less than 2 months. Very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. Oh, today. Putting my retirement money where my conviction lies. So a couple of days ago, I knew I wanted the funds in mine and my wife's retirement accounts to take advantage of what I believe is going to be this long-term, kind of a change in waves from just large caps benefiting during this high interest rate environment. I believe that people are still underestimating how much rate cuts are going to benefit small caps. And I think people, once interest rates start getting cut, more and more money starts leaving the market funds, money markets, bonds, and they will go into more aggressive assets to chase more yield, or chase more returns. And I think small caps will benefit in 2 ways. One, with more liquidity, more flows going in, and these companies that are small caps traditionally rely on debt and borrowing money to grow their businesses aggressively. So lower interest rates, it means that they're going to be paying less in interest. So I'm invested fully, moved away from large caps to small caps in my retirement funds. Okay, so it looks like that's it for today, guys. So like the video, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. I appreciate all of you guys who do on a regular basis. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.